Hello everyone. Today I am here with some special informations regarding vaccine. What do you know about vaccine? Come, let's go. What is a vaccine? A substance used to stimulate the production of antibodies and provide immunity against one or several diseases prepared from the causative agent of the disease, its products, or a synthetic substitute treated to act as an antigen without inducing the disease. It is known as a vaccine. Vaccine types. There are several different types of vaccines. Each type is designed to teach your immune system how to fight off certain kinds of germs and the serious diseases they cause. When scientists created vaccine, they consider how your immune system responds to the germ. Who needs to be vaccinated against the germ? The best technology or approach to create the vaccine. Based on a number of these factors, the scientists decide which type of vaccine they will make. There are four main types of vaccines, like live attenuated vaccine, inactivated vaccine, subunit recombinant polysaccharide and conjugate vaccine, and the last category is toxoid vaccines. The live attenuated vaccine. Live vaccines use a weakened or attenuated form of the germ that causes a disease. Because these vaccines are so similar to the natural infection that they help prevent, they create a strong and long-lasting immune responses. Just 1 or 2 doses of most live vaccines can give you a lifetime protection against a germ and the disease it causes. But live vaccines also have some limitations. For example, because they contain a small amount of the weakened live viruses, some people should talk to their healthcare provider before receiving them, such as people with weakened immune system, long-term health problem, or people who have had an organ transplant. They need to be kept cool so they don't travel well. That means they can't be used in countries with limited access to refrigerators. Live vaccines are used to protect against measles, mumps, rubella, that is MMR combined vaccine, rotavirus, smallpox, chickenpox, yellow fever, etc. The inactivated vaccines. Inactivated vaccines use the killed version of the germ that causes a disease. Inactivated vaccines usually don't provide immunity or protection that's as strong as live vaccines. So you may need several doses over time, that is the booster shots, in order to get ongoing immunity against the disease. Inactivated vaccines are used to protect against hepatitis A, flu shortly, polio shortly, and rabies. Subunit recombinant polysaccharide and conjugate vaccine. The subunit recombinant polysaccharide and conjugate vaccine use specific pieces of the germ, like its protein, sugar, or capsid that is causing around the germ. Because these vaccines use only specific pieces of the germ, they give a very strong immune response that target to keep parts of the germ. They can also be used on almost everyone who needs them, including people with weakened immune system and long-term health problems. One limitation of these vaccines is that you may need booster shots to get ongoing protection against the disease. These vaccines are used to protect against HIB, that is Haemophilus influenza type B disease, hepatitis B, human papillomavirus, whooping cough, that is part of the DTaP combined vaccine, pneumococcal disease, meningococcal disease, Shigella, etc. The toxoid vaccine. Toxoid vaccine use a toxin, that is harmful product made by the germ that causes a disease. They create immunity to the parts of the germ that cause a disease instead of the germ itself. That means the immune response is targeted to the toxin instead of the whole germ. Like some other types of vaccines, you may need booster shots to get ongoing protection against the disease. The toxoid vaccines are used to protect against diphtheria, tetanus, the future of the vaccines. Did you know that scientists are still working to create new types of vaccines? Here are two exciting examples. The first one is DNA vaccines. These are easy and inexpensive to make, and they produce a strong long-term immunity. The DNA vaccination is a technique for protecting against these diseases by injection with genetically engineered plasmid containing the DNA sequence encoding the antigens against which an immune response is sought, so cells directly produce the antigen, causing a protective immunological response. DNA vaccines have potential advantages over conventional vaccines, including the ability to induce a wider range of immune responses type. The making of a DNA vaccine. Several DNA vaccines are available for veterinary use. Note: currently, no DNA vaccines have been approved for human use. Research is investigating the approach for viral, bacterial, and parasitic diseases in humans as well as for the several cancers. Recombinant vector vaccines. The platform-based vaccines. It acts like a natural infection, so they are especially good at teaching the immune system how to fight germs. Another one is mRNA vaccine that already discussed in Moderna vaccine. If you want to know, I will give the card about this. You can watch about this vaccine details. That's today's update. See you on Sunday. Stay home and stay safe.